Hello guys, welcome back to our podcast Sisma with me, the newest host Danendra. So, in today's we are gonna talking about the environmental awareness, especially in Bali. I remember that Bali is known because of its beautiness of the nature. But today Bali is really facing the serious environmental issue. And then here I'm joined with two of my fellows, Gongabi and Rehan, because I need someone to help me to explore about this issue. So please introduce yourself to the camera.
Well, hello. It's been quite a pleasure for me to, be my first podcast in for a very long time. Like the last time I actually had a podcast is 2 years ago when I was in 10th grade.
Wow.
Is it 2 years ago? Yeah.
So it's a really pleasure for you.
I mean, I guess we're all in such pressure, but also in such pleasure that we've been for quite some while doing a podcast. But this time, this podcast is actually quite great because we're going to discuss a very potentially great topic about environmental awareness that I've been keeping off my chest for a quite long time. But besides me, I also have one of my other friends that's going to be the guest for today's guest. Hello, Mr. Bro.
So, hello everyone, my name is Rehan, and also this is gonna be my first time today in this Sisma podcast studio. And yeah, this is gonna be so exciting to talk about this environmental awareness topic because there are so many things to explore. And yeah, I think this is gonna be very vital to take this topic to the forefront, doesn't it?
I mean, very vital because currently Bali is just really piled with so many trashes lately. I think this podcast could really brighten up our future
About the environmental issue.
Environment.
Yes, of course.
Okay, thank you for the introduction from both of you guys. So, I think before we're going to talk about the main topic, maybe we can just have a chit chat in a light topics first.
Sure thing.
Yes.
Sure thing.
Sure.
How you guys been doing lately? Are you guys in a busy time for doing some projects about the environment or something?
I mean, I'll be honest here. I am quite busy for quite some time. I am in 12th grade after all. We're all in 12th grade.
Yes.
We had so many projects, so many things, so many extras. This podcast is also one of that extra things that we need to do as a 12th grader. But I mean, as for busyness and stuff, I'm not really that sure except for the courses. But as for the topic, aka the environment stuff, I mean, there are some extras lately that came to our class. Do you guys remember that, right?
Yeah, we are still remember about that too, guys. I mean, several guys.
Yeah, some from Samaragiri, I think.
Yes, some from Samaragiri that put the two different trash bin in front of our class, right?
I mean,
Yes, of course.
And
they
also,
are so kind actually because they are provide us two different types of trash bin for two different types of trash.
I mean, not only that, but these two trash bins need to be separated, like one for organic stuff and one for inorganic stuff. If they don't abide the rules, the trash man will not take their things at all.
Indeed.
That is actually a really great rule. Any opinions about that separating trash bins, Rehan?
So for the separated trash bins is gotta be having some crucial effects for the environment because we can learn about sorting the trashes by the organic and the inorganic. So as we all know that the organics are some food waste and some stuff.
Some food waste.
And
That's something that can.
But tepochi is in the inorganic.
No,
though.
like the insides of tepochi,
the
tea, the
tea.
cold tea, right? The
Yeah.
cold brew of tea, like it's with milk. Like it's just sometimes some people just left it in class. Like it's just so gross,
I also remember I ever heard or maybe read on some of, articles that maggots can eat our organic trash like milk, even milk, or maybe they also have the capability to eat something spicy.
Ooh, they really have some good taste for
Yes.
maggots, right?
Ooh, interesting
I mean,
one.
yeah, they usually aim, I think, for for fast expired foods like breads and milk, just like what you said, and also spicy foods are really well, not very long sustained. So maggots usually like those, but I'm not going to talk more about maggots, please. It's just so
Yeah,
ooh.
sorry for that. So maybe we're going to continue to our main topic about the environmental in Bali, okay?
Finally.
Sure.
So, what do you think about that gonna be, and why this is can be the important topics that we have to concern about it?
I mean, why is it important? It is actually, and factually, it's just the way it is. Trash are bad, and people are still throwing trashes all around. So that's one of the problems, which is the people of Bali. I mean, the people of Bali, like, well, let's just talk about Bali first. Bali is like one of the most dense island in
Yes.
Indonesia, just below Java.
Yes.
And
It's
those
next
people.
to Java.
Yeah, just like, and it's also next to Java. So I think there's some Java people that came from its respectable region into here, throwing some trashes. I mean, I'm not trying to blame others, but let's say our people in Bali also likes to do just very bad things. Like they didn't know. They probably think these people won't care. Like that we're just going to throw some trashes here and there.
But I think some of people, I mean, like some of the areas in Bali are, what is that? Applying the different types of organic and unorganic trash. I think, as I remember, it's in Gianyar, Ubud.
That's actually my home.
Oh, really? Or can you please share about some insight about it also?
So while my home is in Batu Bulan or at Batu Bulan, it is in Gianyar. Like they've been applying these rules that they like just similarly what we've discussed before, which is separating the organic stuff and the unorganic stuff. If they don't do that, then the trashman again won't going to take these trashes to their place or to the TPA. So as for this rules, it's also very good. It's also very not too bad, but it's also very flawed. I mean, for school environments, they're like not really that much people, but as for Gianyar, like some people will abide it, some people don't. If they don't, usually the neighbors is going to be concerned. Like there's that like, what is
They're
this
going
stinky?
to be mad, actually.
Ew, what's
Yes.
this stinky stuff? Like, why didn't the garbage man take it? And it's just because of why they don't separate the plastics and like the foods, which is, well, just like in my case, there's actually one of my neighbors which is a construction builder, and they didn't even buy the rules, and it's just it just makes me sick, you know.
Yes, like if we don't continue the norms, it will annoying the other neighbors because of one thing. The other will also got the impact of it.
But even though with its flaws, it is actually quite effective for us to abide it next time. And also, there are some socializations for actual trash or awareness or transparency of trash. Like it's been so lacking, even though it is very dangerous lately. But knowing how we've discussed this, there are already some organization that does that, which is actually just really good. There are some examples, which is in Instagram and also in Threads. But for the H villages in Bali, there's also some socialization that has been like that lately. So yeah, any thoughts about the socializations? Probably, Rehan. I really thought that you're going to have one
Yes.
hell of a thought.
So, in my opinion, that the education of the sorting trash is really becoming the fundamental key in this situation, because we need to improving or adding more some of the socialization, like what Maragiri did before to our class, or maybe the public campaign, because if we don't even really make the society realize about how gonna be dangerous it is if we don't even sort the trash into organic and unorganic one. Like I've saw before in, I forgot which sea it is, but there are turtles that its neck
At the
got
beach,
stuck.
probably.
Yes, got stuck in a plastic wrap.
Yeah,
Oh,
I've been heard
that's-
those things
that's
for
really
a very long
sad.
time.
So, guys, I think that's all about the Gongabis and Rayhan talks about the environmental issue. And if we want to share our opinion, or maybe if we want to study about the environmental, we have to study from the nearest place in school, especially. So, now I'm going to ask Gongabi again about the how can this environment issue connects with the other global challenge like pollution and also global warming. What do you think?
I mean, for pollution and global warming, it is like just very broad for, well, for today's standards. And of course, it's mostly because of us humans, just like what I've said before, not caring for the environment. We just throw trash at the water, let's say, and there's water pollution, and we've just used cars so many times, and there's air pollution.
Yes.
Like, it's just so annoying, and these pollutions will be intertwining with, well, the global warming stuff. Like what I've known for now, there's already so many tons of ice that has been melting in the Antarctic, which is also going to be like this very big problem too, Daniel.
I think the same thing, and maybe for Rehan want to share the opinion about how can we mitigate that problems in here.
Yeah, like I said before, the education is the fundamental thing for us to start to be caring for the environment, because we have to start. The change is always starts from ourselves, doesn't it?
Yes, that's correct.
So that we have to start really educate the society about the importance of caring for the environment, because I have read one about Trihita Karana, if in you guys religion.
Okay.
Yes,
Wow.
that's correct.
Mhm.
So I think that's all for our listener. Oh yes, I also have some question for Gongabi.
Oh, again.
So, yes, it's
Oh.
to answering our listener. So, Gongabi, can you please tell our listener what is the easiest thing that they can do, that we can do for save or prevent our environment in here?
For the people at home, or for the people who watches this
Yeah.
podcast, I had just 2 words for all of you: free and ours. I mean, technically not 2, but let's say there's reuse, recycle, and what's it again?
Reduce.
Reduce,
Oh
recycle,
god,
and
this is
reuse.
actually really embarrassing. Yeah.
No, that's not. That's okay. Maybe you can forget some kind of thing, because I remember that we are learned the theory in the past, like in elementary school. But for today, all we have to do is just the practice, not the theory again.
Yeah, technically, yeah.
Yes.
Okay, that's all about our podcast today. I am really, really thankful for both of you guys.
Oh my god.
So I'm really thankful for both of you guys can join this podcast. I hope you guys feels like this podcast is convenient for both of you. And for our listener, don't forget to apply all the things that we have talk about before. So that's all about Sisma podcast for today, and see you guys on the next podcast. Bye bye.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Stay clean, dudes.
Stay clean.
Uh-huh.